So welcome to TechnoDadLife, and we have a little special treat for you today. So Kwilt agreed to sponsor this video, and I have a surprise for my dad. So we're going to help him save his pictures because he has lost them in the past, and we'll tell you that in a little bit. But thank you, Kwilt, and here we go now.
Bye-bye. Hello. Hello.
Okay, and so here we are today with my dad. This is Rich.
Hi.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk with, he has a particular picture story that he wants to tell. So tell us what happened when you went to New Zealand.
Well, we went to Australia and New Zealand, and when we came back, we printed up some of the pictures. And then a couple years later, I went to print up some more, and they were gone.
And so this is why it's important to have backup. And so the backup rule is what they usually say is 3, 2, 1. So 3 different places, 3 backups in 2 different places, and 1 should be outside of or in a different building like that. So how many backups did you have?
1, I think.
Yeah, so he
One,
he just had his photos in one spot. And so after this, I showed him how he could back up his pictures to the clouds. But my dad takes pictures, high quality pictures. He's won a number of photography competitions and things like that. And when pictures are backed up to the cloud services down-res the pictures so they're not as high quality. So we wanted to find, besides the cloud backup, some type of backup that would preserve the quality of his pictures.
Correct.
Okay. And so our friends at Kwilt sent us over a quilt, and what we're going to do is set it up so he can back up photos directly from his phone. He can back up his pictures from his computer to the quilt. And then we can actually share pictures. So if I have any extra pictures, I can actually put them on his quilt. So we'll show you how to do that from an iPhone. So let's get started. Okay, to get started, we need the quilt. And we need a hard drive. It does have a USB drive in it, but we're going to get a bigger hard drive for that. Pretty small, huh?
Yep.
Looks like there's an adapter.
For European.
Yeah, European adapter. Oh, and the other thing, you notice there is a HDMI cable there. So you can actually plug it into a monitor or your TV and it will sort of scroll through your photos. Yeah. So it can either attach with the Ethernet cable or through Wi-Fi. Do you have Ethernet in here, or do you have a switch in here?
What else am I looking for? Just this one, right?
Yeah. Is there a USB? There it is. So I think this is 32 gigs, so we can attach that temporarily, but I think what we'll do is just attach one of our hard drives.
Oh, okay.
So we need the hard drive, this power supply, Ethernet cable, and then we should be good to go.
So the internet cable can't be plugged directly into the computer?
No, the idea is it's plugged into the network, and then you can access your photos from anywhere, not just when your computer's on.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to have this by your TV so you can look at your photos on your TV?
That's a good idea.
Okay, let's go to the living room.
Okay.
And so if you look at this, these are the input ports. You can add a card directly that way from your camera, or if you have a USB drive, you can connect it there. And then the storage drive, there's 1, 2, 3. There's one right there too. This one on the side here, the blue one, is USB 3. And then it has an HDMI port, an Ethernet port. There's the power cable. So what we'll do is we'll put the hard drive in on this side. Yep, and we'll plug in the HDMI cord. Yep, right there.
No, this is the power cord.
Oh, there's the power cord. Here's the HDMI cord. And so next we'll plug in the HDMI into the TV. So here we have the Kwilt, and you can see the blue light it's on. We have a hard drive, and you can see that is on. And what we found worked best for us is actually plugging in the hard drive directly into the back USB rather than the side one over here. And we have that set up on a wired Ethernet. Sorry, don't ignore the mess of cables there. So now let's work on the app. Okay. So now the Kwilt is booting up. Okay, so go to the App Store and type in Kwilt. So search down the bottom. Yep. Yep, right there. Just press Get. And then log in. So basically I want to make it so that I can copy photos from my phone or Kwilt to my father's. So this is what we're going to do. Press on the gear button and then set up Kwilt device and then start now, and it's on Ethernet. There's my father's device. We're going to click next. I have to enter the password. Okay. So next, say I want to copy a photo to my father's Kwilt. What I do is click select and then press on it, and then the bottom up arrow there, click on that, copy to Kwilt device, use custom settings, pick his Kwilt, next, and I don't want to delete it, and it's copied successfully, so now it's on his Kwilt. And so just to interrupt for a second, I forgot to say that Kwilt gave me a Kwilt, and we're going to be giving that away. So if you want, just put a comment down below and say why you want a Kwilt, and we'll pick out a winner in 2 weeks from the date that this was published. So back to the video. So while that's downloading all the pictures from his iPhone in the cloud, what we'll do is we'll go over to his computer and we'll set up his computer so he can access the Kwilt from his computer also. Okay, so let's connect your Kwilt to your computer. So first thing you need to do is click on the shared files there. Yeah, you're very fast. Then right click on network and then map network drive. And now click / Kwilt, Kwilt, and then click Browse, and then click on your Kwilt, and then click on New Volume, and then click OK, and then Finish. And now we're connected to your Kwilt. Pretty simple.
Yes, it was.